Morning students. Today we will start our video 3 of chapter 2. Okay. Chapter 2, this will be our video 3. Okay. So in the previous video we have already learned about the different definitions regarding your rest, motion, then uniform speed, distance and velocity. Okay. And I have also told you to complete the table, that is the difference between speed and velocity. Okay, I hope you have completed it. So today we will continue from acceleration. Okay, so this will be our fifth one, acceleration. Okay. So what is acceleration? Generally, suppose recall our velocity. Okay, so what was the velocity? Velocity was our displacement by time. Okay, velocity was our displacement by time, or we can say rate of displacement. Rate of displacement is known as our velocity. Okay, so this quantity is called our rate of displacement. For acceleration, just we will replace the displacement by velocity. Then rate of velocity will be our acceleration. Okay, the rate of change of velocity of a body. It is the rate of change of velocity of a body is called acceleration. Clear? Is called acceleration. So let's rub this. Fine. So in general, the moving bodies do not have any uniform acceleration. Okay, the moving bodies. For example, suppose a cyclist. Cyclist means a person who rides cycle. Cyclist moving through a busy street. Suppose that person riding a cycle through a busy street and does not have uniform velocity. Okay, because his speed is increasing or decreasing. Okay, the velocity of the cyclist may change in magnitude or direction or both. Okay, in such case, the cyclist is said to have an accelerated motion. When velocity is not uniform, then that type of motion is known as our accelerated motion. Okay, fine. And that rate of change of velocity, that is means changing of velocity with respect to time. If the velocity is changing with respect to time, then that type of motion is known as our acceleration or accelerated motion. So we have our, we can say, two types of acceleration. That is our positive acceleration and negative acceleration. So our next topic will be positive acceleration. So what is positive acceleration? That is, if the velocity of the body is increasing. Okay, if velocity is increasing with respect to time, then we will say this. Okay, suppose time is increasing and your velocity is also increasing, then that type of acceleration will be known as positive acceleration. If the velocity is increasing, if the velocity of the body, if the velocity of a body is increasing with respect to time, the acceleration is said to be positive. The acceleration is said to be positive. Fine. Similarly, we have our negative acceleration. I think you can relate this negative acceleration. That means with respect to time, if the velocity decreases, then we will say that it is a negative acceleration. Okay, that is, if a body of a, if the velocity of a body is decreasing with respect to time, then the acceleration is said to be negative. Okay, so you just fill this. Okay, write the definition. Write the definition from the book. Okay, So just what you have to do, just in case of increasing, you have to write the decreasing. You will get this. Okay. And sometimes this negative acceleration is known as our deceleration or retardation. Fine. Note, you can write your note that sometimes negative acceleration is also called retardation. Okay. retardation. Retardation, or sometimes it called deceleration. 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 Okay. So if you see the formula of acceleration, so what will be your acceleration? So our acceleration is change in velocity by time. Change in velocity divided by time. So this will be the formula. Fine. So this is one formula. And what was the formula for change in velocity? What was the formula for velocity? Velocity was our displacement by time. So this velocity can be written as displacement divided by time into this time into 1 by time. So if you solve this, what we will get? We will get displacement by time square. Because time into time, this will be time square. Okay. So from this we have got two formula, that is your change in velocity by change in time and displacement by time square. So if you see the unit of acceleration, so what will be its unit? So we have to see the unit in both CGS and MCAS system. So units of acceleration. Suppose number one in CGS system. In CGS system, unit of acceleration is for the displacement. What is the unit for displacement in CGS system? It is centimeter, and your time, for time it is second. So second is square. So answer will be, or you can write that is centimeter, or centimeter as power minus 2. Similarly, in SI system, unit of acceleration is, so unit of displacement in SI system is meter divided by unit of time in SI system is also second. So this time square is there. So in case of negative power, we can write ms power minus 2. Okay. So similarly, we have our uniform acceleration. Okay. Our next topic is uniform acceleration. So you can open the page number 38 of your physics book. So uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration means when a body describes equal change in velocity in equal interval of time. Okay. Suppose in equal interval of time, so velocity is also equal. So that type of motion, that type of acceleration is known as uniform acceleration. Okay. So uniform acceleration, when a body describes equal velocity or equal change in velocity in equal interval of time. Okay, it is said to be our. It is said that the body is moving with a uniform acceleration. So you write it from book. You will get in page number 38. Fine. Similarly, we have acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. So what is acceleration due to gravity? That when a body falls freely, okay, body falls freely means that body will suppose fall from an space like that, okay, or the body is falling from air. Suppose aeroplane is there, some person is doing the skydiving, or suppose one stone is throwing from a certain height. Okay, that type of fall. So when a body falls freely from certain height, okay, its velocity constantly increases. Suppose this is the ground. Okay, so this is our ground. So from ground, suppose we have kept a stone at 5 meter height. So from this area, or suppose at this height, this is stone. So from this height, suppose we have dropped this stone. So when it falls towards the ground, the velocity of this stone is continuously increasing with respect to time. Okay, and hence it acts upon a uniform acceleration. That means your acceleration is also your velocity is also increasing uniformly. So our acceleration will be also uniform acceleration. Okay, so the acceleration of freely falling body, suppose this stone is the freely falling body, okay, and the acceleration of this freely falling body under the action of gravity, okay, the acceleration of freely falling body under the action of gravity of earth is known as our acceleration due to gravity. Clear? Okay, so you also write this from the book. Okay, you will get the answer in page number 38. And there is a value of the acceleration due to gravity. So the value of the acceleration due to gravity is constant at a given place. So for place to place, the value changes. Okay. So for example, suppose your acceleration due to gravity is maximum at poles, North Pole or South Pole. At that place, our acceleration due to gravity is maximum. Okay. So one more question may be asked in your examination. So name the place where the acceleration due to gravity is maximum. So our acceleration due to gravity, it is maximum at the poles, and where it will be minimum. So its value with respect to the poles decreases if the body is taken towards equator. So suppose this is our earth, here will be our North Pole and South Pole. So if the height decreases, so that means we are going towards the center of the earth, either from this direction or from north or from the south. Okay, so its value with respect to the pole decreases if the body is taken towards equator or to a higher altitude or deep inside a mine. Clear? So what will be the magnitude of the acceleration due to gravity? So generally the average value, okay, the average at any point, the average value of acceleration due to gravity, generally we denote this by small g. Okay, we denote the acceleration due to gravity by small g, and its value is 9.8 meter per second square, because it is acceleration and unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Fine. So you can find this will be in SI system, and in case of your CGS system, this will be our 980 centimeter per second square. This will be in our CGS system. Okay. So if the body falls towards earth, okay, so if the body falls, suppose I write here, so if the body falls towards earth, the body falls towards earth, then we have to take the value of g, then our g will be plus 9.8 meter per second square. Only if when we will take the value of g to be positive if the body falls towards the earth, and suppose if the body rise vertically upward. So for this case, for g will be our 9.8 meter per second square. So but if a body is in the ground and we are taking this body upward, vertically upward, okay, then at that situation our g will be our negative 9.8. And number 2, if the body rises vertically, upward, then our value of g, okay, then value of g will be our minus 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, so you remember this part. Clear? So in page number 39, exercise 1. So all the questions are very easy. So you can see the first question. What do you understand by the term rest? Already discussed. What is motion? Already discussed. And you have to just give one example. So you can, in the book you can find all the solution. So scalar quantity is also there, vector quantity is also there, and the difference was also there. And question number 3, I have given some of the examples of scalar, the quantities which are scalar and the quantities which are vector. So remember that particular physical quantities which are scalar, which are vector. Okay, question number 4 also same, speed, velocity, and the difference between speed and velocity table is there. Similarly, define distance and displacement. So you can give any two example. Distance is your scalar quantity, displacement is vector quantity. Distance cannot be 0, but displacement can be 0. So like this, many examples are there. So I have already stated now the two difference between displacement and distance. So you can write them in your copy. Okay. Similarly, question number 6, by giving one example each, define variable velocity. So what is variable velocity? It is also written in the book. One example is also given. Average velocity is also given. Uniform velocity is also given. Okay. So question number 7, what do you understand by the term acceleration? So today we have discussed what is acceleration. It is the rate of change of displacement. And what is when acceleration is positive? So acceleration is positive if the velocity increases with increase in time. Similarly, negative acceleration is also given. So question number 7 is also discussed. 8, define the term acceleration due to gravity. From the page number 38 you can write the definition of uniform acceleration due to gravity. And unit is also given in terms of CGS and in terms of SI. And when the acceleration due to gravity is positive and when the acceleration due to gravity is negative. So I have mentioned these 2 points also. So if the body falls towards the earth, then acceleration due to gravity will be positive, and if the body rises vertically downward, then the acceleration due to gravity will be negative. Okay. Question number 9 has been also discussed. What is the relation between distance and time when body is moving with uniform velocity and the body is moving with variable velocity? So you can find this. Okay. So you solve all the questions of exercise 1. Okay. So all will be very easy, and see the numerical solutions also. Numerical problem 1. So for solution part, the practice problem, these are also easy. So in the next video I will try to solve these questions. Okay. Thank you.